Hello Legacy Sabers, Marsh here. So today we're going to talk about complex fractions. So in other words, we're going to talk about fractions inside of fractions. So like fractions inception pretty much. So simplifying complex fractions. Well, all a complex fraction is one that has a fraction in its numerator or its denominator or in both numerator and denominator. So I have a couple of examples here. I have 4 divided by 5 divided by 4. So notice it's a fraction divided by a single number. Sometimes you'll have a fraction divided by an expression, or you can even have a fraction divided by a fraction. Now, this looks disgusting, and I do agree with you. It is disgusting. However, these happen consistently as you continue in your math career, and one thing is to know how to simplify them and make them easier to work with. So, how can we simplify them? Well, all fractions are just division problems. So literally what we're going to do is rewrite the complex fraction as a division problem with two fractions. Then the division problem can change to multiplication by the reciprocal. So let's try a problem here just with numbers. So I have 5/6 divided by 2/3. So I'm going to write that actually out. 5/6, and I'm going to use the dividing sign. I know, that's a long time since you've used that. 2/3. So I have 5/6 divided by 2/3, because that's what we said, right? Well, now I'm just going to change this into 5/6 times 3/2, right? So that is 15/12, or if I simplify, that will turn into 5/4 for an answer. Okay, so we're going to consistently do that with these particular problems. Let's try an actual example here. So I got 6x plus 9 divided by 5x divided by 2x plus 3 divided by 10. So I know that looks disgusting, right? Tons and tons of fractions. But let's simplify. So this is a fraction, this is a fraction, and they're divided by one another. So 6x plus 9 over 5x divided by 2x plus 3 over 10, right? Because that's what this technically is. This bar is my division sign. So now I'm going to do some flipping of that second fraction here. 10 over 2x plus 3. Now this becomes a problem like you guys have done, multiplying fractions. Well, I'm going to factor out a 3 out of both of those. That's 2x plus 3. Remember, when we're multiplying, we can cancel it diagonally and up and down. So 2x plus 3 can cancel with a 2x plus 3. This 5 can cancel with the 10, leaving me a 2 here. So looks like I have on top, this is gone, 3 times 2, so my answer is 6 over an x, because there's an x left behind down there for that particular rational expression. Let's try another one. So I have x plus 2 divided by 1 plus 5 over x plus 6 over x squared. Now, notice there is multiple fractions in this denominator. That's a bad idea. What you're going to want to do is get one fraction. So you're going to want to combine terms up here, down in the denominator. So I'm going to rewrite this out just so it looks clean here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this as x plus 2 over 1, because technically it's over nothing, right? It's not a fraction. But I am going to get this so this is a fraction together. So I need to find the LCD, which would be x squared, right? So this, it's 1 over 1, so I'd multiply the top by x squared and the bottom by x squared. This one just needs an x. This one doesn't need anything. So I'll get 1x squared plus 5x plus 6 all over x squared, right? Divided by, still have x plus 2 over 1 over here. Okay, so now we're going to flip that second fraction around, x squared over x squared plus 5x plus 6. This factors, I think, x makes an x squared. 2 and a 3 will make 6, and if I add that, that'll give me that 5x. So this is simplified now. So now I can cancel diagonally those x plus 2's. On top, we have an x squared. Bottom, I have an x plus 3. So this answer right here, this expression, is this problem simplified. That's all you're doing, is you're finding simplification. You're trying to make something that's disgustingly ugly and making it beautiful by the end, so that way you can work with it later. Let's try another one here. So I got x over 16 divided by x over x squared plus 8x plus 16. So what I'm going to first do is work with this numerator. I'm going to make it so it's one fraction, because this is kind of icky right here. So I got x minus 16 over x, and I'm going to divide that by x squared plus 8x plus 16 over 1, right? Because this is technically over 1. So I need to get a common denominator, which looks like it would be x. So this is technically just an x squared, right? Because I would multiply the numerator and the denominator by an x. So that is x squared minus 16 over x. Now I'm going to flip that fraction while I'm at it. Like that. X squared minus 16 simplifies into x plus 4, x minus 4. X squared plus 8x plus 16, that's got to simplify, I think. So an x and an x make an x squared. 4 and 4 make 16, and they also add to give me 8. So that must be the simplified version of that. Cross-canceling, an x plus 4 and an x plus 4 cancel off. I think that's it. I can't cancel these x's because that's attached to that negative 4. So on the bottom I have x minus 4. Top I have x minus 4. Bottom I have x plus 4 for my final answer. Last example of the night. So I have all this junk on top, all this junk on bottom. So what I'm first going to do is I am going to figure out the top, I think, actually. I'm going to make that top a lot simpler before I even work with the bottom. So common denominator looks like it's x plus 4, right? Now these guys, they both have 1's, so I got to multiply both of them by an x plus 4. So I'm going to go x plus 4 here and an x plus 4 there. So I will have x squared plus 4x over x plus 4 plus 4x plus 16, all I'm distributing that 4 in, over x plus 4 plus, it meant to be a minus. Silly Marsh. Come on, give me a minus. There we go. Minus 1 over x plus 4. So this turns into x squared plus 8x plus 15, right? 16 minus 1. Okay, so that's this numerator. Let's figure out the denominator now. So x plus 11 plus 48 over x minus 3. So I need to find my LCD for that denominator, which is x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply everybody, because these guys have 1's on the bottom, right? So I need to multiply by x minus 3. So I'll get x squared minus 3x over x minus 3, because I multiplied the x in. I'm going to multiply my 11 in. Adding 48 over x minus 3. Okay, so this is going to simplify down to x squared plus 8x plus 15, right? Since I found out what the numerator is, which is that's over x plus 4, right? This one's over x minus 3, so now since I figured those two out, I do get to put them by each other. So I have x squared plus 8x plus 15, right? That's what we had. Yep. Over x plus 4 divided by x squared plus 8x plus 15 over x minus 3. Okay, so now I am going to flip that second fraction around. I do see something really awesome happening here. Now I ain't going to even simplify. Notice this and that are the exact same thing. That is so awesome. So now all I have on the top is an x minus 3 and I have an x plus 4. So this disgusting gross fraction turned into this beautiful fraction. So keep that in mind, guys. This is hard. It's a lot of work, a lot of hand cramping, I would say. However, it is definitely good knowledge to know how to simplify a complex fraction. And with that, I will see you later, savers.